Yeah. About that time again. Toddcast Sports coming at you live here on Tuesday night. Welcome back to the show. Balvin by Jr., Omar Williams, and Denise Obi. Got a lot to talk about. Welcome back. Had a great weekend. Winter Olympics is in. Hot and heavy, but it is cold outside where they are. It's not hot. It's cold. Talk about that later. But let's get into some sports talk for the week. Let's start with the NFL, a really brief NFL talk. Cincinnati Bengals, you guys know that's my team. We've got some news with Trey Hendrickson. As of right now, they're not really sure what negotiations are going to be with Trey Hendrickson, whether he's staying, whether he's going. That's kind of up in the air. That's not good news for Cincinnati Bengals defense because you have a sack leader who now is on the fence, not himself, but the organization's on the fence about keeping him. That's problematic. So I know trades have been talked about as far as him being traded to, like, say, the Raiders or the Cowboys or the Jets. I don't like any one of those destinations, but hey, at the end of the day, it's a business. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens with Trey Hendrickson. That's the only NFL news that I have. If you guys have anything you want to say about that, feel free to say so. But right now, it's not looking too good. Unless you're going to get some picks for him, then that looks like it's a good deal. But still, you have the sack leader on your team. And again, it's a business decision. Like, I don't know. You got the sack leader, your defense. Actually, the last 6 games of the season weren't bad at all. They actually played pretty well. But there's a difference when you have Joe Burrow in the offense and you don't have Joe Burrow. And it's kind of like, well, all hope is lost. What's the point? I don't think that's the mindset you should have, but maybe that's the case. Anything you guys want to say about this?
No, they're saying he's not even. It ain't even about the money with him. He just wants He just wants stability, and he wants guaranteed money after the first year of the new contract. And the Bengals ain't trying to part ways with that. They don't want to guarantee him that 1 year, or after the 1 year he plays. After that, he wants the money. So
he deserves it.
He's 30.
He deserves it.
It was a time where the Eagles was cutting all players at 30 and up. It didn't matter if you was the next Hall of Famer. You got to go. So maybe they're operating under that same premise.
Now, was that this year or was that last year?
Who, the Eagles?
Yeah, the Eagles.
So that was a form, like that was a philosophy they lived by when Joe Banner was here. I don't know if you guys remember. It was a guy named Joe Banner before Howie Roseman.
Oh, okay.
Joe Banner cut all players at 30 years old and up.
Like that didn't work out very well either.
You gotta go. So this is it sounds like the Bengals aren't trying to take care of their man. That's 30 here.
You know what? I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let Denise jump in here. I'll say this: the Bengals ownership is on the cheap side.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows that. There's no secret to it. Ownership of that team. Listen, I'm not out to get anyone's job taken away from them, but I think at some point it's time for you to either sell the team to some younger blood or let your younger family members who are in the business take it over. Because the old school way of doing it is just not the way of doing it anymore. And I get it. Like, you paid Burrow, you paid Chase, you paid Higgins, but you also tried to, quote unquote, not franchise T. Higgins, or you tried to. He just wanted to be like, hey, I just want more money. I don't want to get franchise tagged. And that was a problem or issue. But then Joe Burrow speaks up, and all of a sudden, everything happens, and everybody all of a sudden gets paid. So there is some clout there that he has, because technically he is their franchise player for the long haul, unless they decide to get rid of him because he keeps getting hurt. I think this upcoming year is this year to kind of show them I can play all 18 games, get us to the playoffs, and make some noise. So we'll see. Anything you got, Denise?
I was gonna say, sometimes you gotta cut people, so it may be a good thing for him. I mean, hopefully I wouldn't say go to the Jets, because I was like, if he goes to the Jets, like, you might as well just stay there. But I mean, maybe it's time to go. Fresh legs somewhere else could be a good thing for him. So
your statement sounded like Sometimes you just gotta cut people. Like you just gotta slice them, just cut them. Not like from the
Howie
team.
Roseman did it last season.
Yo, man, I'm about to cut you. That's what it sounded like.
Howie Roseman did do it. You're right. He did do it last. Who was the player?
He cut.
Trying to think.
And he just got cut again too.
Was it the linebacker? No.
Was somebody on defense, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. So, what's his name? It'll come to me as we're talking,
fine.
but
It'll come back to you later,
I'm
right?
not saying AJ. Everybody wants AJ to, right?
I think that's probably right.
Oh, it was the tight end.
Yes.
Oh, he's married to a soccer player, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I know you're talking about. His name's not
Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz. Yeah.
He should have retired at Eagle. He should have retired at Eagle.
I mean,
yeah, I think he will.
It kind of worked out for him a little bit.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah.
But I get it. Yeah. Anyway, enough NFL talk. Not a whole lot to talk about right now.
We also cut that other guy. I forgot his name. It'll come to me later.
Yeah.
And then the Ravens took him. NBA
news. NBA All-Star games this past weekend. I actually kind of forgot about it until it came on. So but you got a lot of information on that. I actually, the game was on, but I didn't watch a whole lot of it. It was kind of on in the background. I saw bits and pieces, and then I kind of was like, okay, let's just see if it actually ends up being something. So I figured I'll look at the information that comes on afterwards, or watch the highlights or whatever. But I know they had 3 teams. It was the Stars and Stripes, which was the Stripes were the young guys, Stars were the veterans, and then it was the world guys. World guys. And so I'll give my honest opinion just from Jump Street when I saw the lineups, like the starting lineups for each team. If the world would have had Giannis and SGA, they would have took him. That's just my opinion.
Right.
My opinion. But go ahead. Oh, what do you got? Because I didn't watch a whole lot of it. I kind of heard it in the background, but it wasn't really of. I thought it was just going to be U.S. versus the world. It was going to be just 2 teams, not 3.
Me too.
So I was like, I'm not really feeling the 3rd team here. So what do you got for us?
So basically, you already mentioned it. The Stars were the younger players. The Stripes were the veterans. And the team, it was the world team, right? So they did 4 short games that were 12 minutes long. And it was a 3-round round robin, okay? And in the first game, it was the Stars versus the world, and the Stars beat them. Then the second game, it was the Stripes versus the Stars, and the Stripes beat them. Then the third game, it was the Stripes versus the world. It was an elimination game. So the world got beat twice. Nobody would have thought of that. So then the ending championship game ended up being the Stars and the Stripes again, and the Stars won. So basically, overall, the younger guys end up coming out on top. Everybody thinks the world is better than the Stars or the NBA American players. I guess this showed otherwise. It incentivized defense, they're saying, because you created a game out of a game, if that makes any sense. Like you put incentive into it,
right?
Rather than just throwing alley-oops back and forth, and you know what I mean. So it incentivized defense. Guys wasn't out there that long. They was quick-hitted games. So we figure what 12-minute games. What's it like? 12 minutes a quarter in the NBA.
Yeah.
So they all played a game for the most part, except the world team, because the world team played twice and lost twice. So that's 24 minutes that they ended up playing. Yeah. The younger guys played, I guess all of them ended up playing 24 minutes. Now I'm sitting there looking at the time. But I didn't watch it, but Kawhi Leonard went off. He had 31 points against the world.
I saw a bit of that, yeah.
Tyrese Maxey, they said he had a good game when the youth played, like in a championship game. Tyrese Maxey showed out, and Anthony Edwards was the MVP. Man, he got 32 points, 9 rebounds, and was killing them. So I like what they're trying to attempt to do to keep some eyeballs on it. Like I said, you didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
I know. Did Denise watch it? I don't know.
Did you watch it, Denise? Right. Remember, it was a time when we
I heard highlights.
Did you anybody see like the dunk contest or anything? I didn't.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
So again, This thing looks good. It looks like they may bring that back. They tried a few other things before. But this, like when they did the draft picks where they had 2 team captains and they would draft each player. I don't know if y'all guys remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, but this sounded good. But to your point, TK, I thought that it was going to be all American players versus all the world.
Right.
And it was just going to be a whole game of that. But I guess they got a little bit creative and sounded like it worked, you know? So I'm rooting for them because they got to get some swag back because they lost it.
Yeah. Any thoughts you got, Denise?
I would say I feel like the NBA recently has just when there's like I don't know, maybe it's me, but I just feel like it's not there the drive to watch it as much anymore because it's not the same, and I think everything's more decorated now. Like it has to be this way or just for entertainment and views.
It's got to be shiny.
Shiny, yeah, and I like the grittiness.
Yeah,
just like hockey, I like the grittiness.
Yeah, you like the fight. I know. I will say this, man. To Denise's point, I strongly believe that the NBA has lost a lot of its flavor because it's just a lot of bad basketball. It's a lot of bad basketball. Like, guys aren't necessarily showing you their quote unquote skill from a fundamental standpoint. They're doing they're bringing a lot of street ball into it. And it's not really street ball. It's just kind of like there's a lot of carrying, a lot of traveling. It's a lot of, extra stuff that doesn't make the game what it used to be. And again, we're not asking you to bring back the 80s and 90s basketball, but can we get good basketball? And then on top of that, after we get good, can we get great basketball? Like, again, I said time and time again, I will watch a college game over an NBA game any day. That's just how I feel about it. Like, it's just not what it used to be. And so that's my opinion. But aside from that, when we talked about none of us watched it, let's talk about the crowd that was there or the lack thereof.
Right.
So if you happen to look on Instagram or any other social media, you would see that the NBA did a really good thing, but got caught. They had a whole bunch of lights in the stands that looked like they were cameras on people's phones. But when you do a shot of the entire arena, there weren't many people there. So the cameras made it look like people were there, but it really wasn't. So I think that tells everyone how they really feel about the NBA All-Star Game and the All-Star Weekend, for that matter. So, just saying, we didn't watch. A lot of others didn't go to the game, and I'd be interested to find out what the viewing numbers were like for the All-Star Game itself. Not the rising stars or the challenges, just the All-Star Game itself. Because like I said, I was looking forward to a U.S. versus the world entire game.
Yeah.
And that's not what we got. We got this creative chop it up thing. And as soon as I saw 3 teams, I'm like, what are they doing?
What are they doing? Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Why do we have 3 teams?
Right.
And I'm like, oh boy, here they go. Here they go. Here's the thing. The thing that started the whole thing off was they had Bob Costas introducing at the beginning. He's back on NBC again. So it's like, okay, we got Bob Costas back on NBC. Then they had John Tesh live playing the actual song. He wrote that. He wrote that. Like, he made millions off of that, Joe. He's still making money off it. They bought it back for college. And now it's like he's still making money off that. So his band played the entire, starting lineup time. And then I'm like, after that, I was like, we got 3 teams? I'm like, oh, man. So it's like it started out really great, and then it just kind of like got somber like real quick. So again, my opinion, but that's kind of how I felt about it. So any other thoughts on that, on the NBA All-Star Game?
Yeah, I mean, I got to give it to him for trying. Like I can't. I
Oh,
don't want to.
definitely. Oh, definitely.
I don't want to. Yeah, like I said, they're trying, man. I just think it's the ship has sailed. I think it's just not the same no more. Social media. We're gonna talk about it 20 years later.
Yeah.
What social media has done to live events.
I would say this, and again, we're not million and billionaire owners. I would challenge the NBA to take next season and say, hey, we're going to go back and have some real basketball. Like, we're going to go back, like, look, we're going to let you guys play, but we're also going to be like, look, we're not calling tick-tack fouls. We're not calling all of this fake flopping. Like, if you haven't, like, and I think the one thing that's hurt it big time too is the flagrant fouls. Like, the flagrant fouls have hurt the NBA because now it's like someone gets hit in the head or neck area, they got to go review it and see whether it's a flagrant foul 1 or flagrant foul 2. It's a flagrant foul 2, you get thrown out the game. And I'm like, why are we looking? I get the whole head injury thing, like the NFL is doing with concussions, but I'm also like with the targeting. But I'm like, this is not like someone is intentionally trying to hit you in the head. Like, this happens when you play in the NBA. But it also softened the game up. So now every time somebody gets hit, they're like, oh my God, I got hit. And all this extra acting. And I'm like, you are 6'9", 250. Why are you flopping?
Right.
Why? So let me stop before I keep on. I'm sorry. Enough of that. Enough NBA. Let's move on to something else. NCAA basketball news, men's basketball. My Michigan Wolverines are ranked number 1 in the nation. Let's go. Let's go. So, they were ranked number 2 at one time. Then they were ranked 3. They might have got 4 for a minute. They're now ranked number 1 in the nation. They play Purdue tonight. I checked to see if they won tonight. But they played Duke on Saturday. So it's 1 versus 3 on Saturday when they play Duke. I'm looking forward to watching that game because I want to see how they play against Duke and how Duke plays against them. Me and O were talking earlier about this game. I'm like, hey, he said, do you think that Duke will beat Michigan? And I said, no. And not because it's my team, but the only way I think Duke will beat Michigan is if Michigan's missing 3 of their starters. That's the only way I see that happening. Now, Duke can beat Michigan, but I don't think that's going to happen based on how great Michigan is playing. And Duke has actually lost 2 games in the last 3. So they're due for a win, which they've gotten one since they lost that second game. But it's going to be a good game. I think they're playing at Duke, I believe. So Duke's going to have the advantage playing at home. It's going to be a good atmosphere for Michigan to play in because they've never played there before, as far as I'm concerned. But those are my thoughts. Michigan's number 1. I'm happy about that. I figured it would happen eventually. I figured Duke eventually was going. I figured either North Carolina was going to get them or somebody else was. And so Duke North Carolina game, that was a great game as well. Great game. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That's the only NCAA news that I have. I just want to throw that in there because it's my team and the number 1. So, any thoughts on that? Only thoughts on Duke or Michigan or any other NCAA men's team or women's team, one or the other? Because when women's teams, they're balling too. South Carolina's balling. A lot of good games out there. Listen, I will watch an NCAA women's college game before I watch an NBA game. I'm just saying. Just saying. Because the games they're having right now on the NCAA women's side, these games are like high profile. High profile. So, anything else you guys got?
St. John's, men's and women's, they're doing pretty good right now. Men's actually just beat Providence 79-69. And so they're doing pretty well. I have my faith in them. They actually play Marquette tomorrow night. So hopefully that's another win for them. Rick Pitino seems to knows what he's doing. And they are 13-1 in their conference right now. So
Yeah.
I'm ready for some championships. Hopefully I can be at that Marquette game. I don't know yet, so we'll see. Or
Okay.
this Saturday, I think. Another
Okay.
game.
Gotcha. Anything you got?
Not just that the Duke Michigan matchup could be an early just a glimpse into what the Final Four could look like. So
yeah, it's a possibility. I mean,
it'll-
Arizona, you know, they got knocked down from number 1. You know what I mean? So, hey, anything's possible. We shall see. I mean, the top 4 teams have been the top 4 teams for a while, so they just kind of flip flop. But it's been the same 4 teams in the top 4. So,
and Denise, hasn't Rick Pitino? He's been complaining about why would guys recruit? Didn't he say like why would I recruit high school players anymore? Wasn't he talking about that? Or is that?
Yeah, and he said
okay.
I'd rather just go to college.
Yeah,
because high school's not the
you
same.
can't.
So
Yeah,
he's
it's
like,
like
I'd
I
rather
can't.
just go
Yeah,
college players now.
yeah.
Can't compete.
He can't
Yeah.
compete. Yeah, that's what he said. Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
Right.
well, listen.
I mean,
Yeah.
he has all the success and wins. So I mean, he knows what he's talking about.
He
So
knows
I
what he's
can't
talking. Yes, you're
knock
right.
him
And
for
he's a good
trying it.
recruiter.
He has a record to back it up. So I can
Yes,
say,
he does.
okay, coach. I
Yep.
mean,
Well,
you
listen.
do what you do.
To each his own, but you can't tell Tom Izzo that. So,
Explain what you mean. Like,
oh,
so
Tom Izzo recruits high school,
still?
but he also has a system to keep those guys there
For the 4 years.
for years.
Okay.
So they're not going into the NIL and transferring out. Like he has whatever his system is, it's working.
Okay.
So you can't tell Tom Izzo that. So
Okay.
again, whatever works for you, that's fine. But you can't tell Tom Izzo that recruiting high school players doesn't work.
Right.
So that's all I will say. But hey, for Rick Pitino, that probably might be his bread and butter. He might want to stick with that. So that's all I'm saying. All right. Real quick, before we get to Winter Olympics, actually, let's do Winter Olympics first, and then we'll come back to the NBA and then do our miscellaneous and go from there. So Winter Olympics 2026, a lot of great stuff out there. So you guys can kind of jump in where you have information, but I'm going to go down my list real quick. So first of all, I got Ilya Manlinen, this figure skater, 17 years old, who has this amazing quadruple turn that only he can do, that no one else has ever done. Dude is bad. He's a great skater. He got to his final round of skating, and I think he kind of messed up before he went out to skate when he did this. Now, this guy's great. I forget where he's from, but he's blonde hair, decent looking guy. You know what I mean? And he actually is very, very good. And before he skated, I think he got interviewed and he said, I can make mistakes and still win. And to a large degree, he was right. But he made too many mistakes. And it put him out of medal contention. Wow. And he didn't medal at all. And you could see that he knew he had messed up too many times to get a high enough score. And so, number one, he's a great skater. I think that the moment got too big for him and the pressure was high and his statement kind of sabotaged himself a bit. So he's one we want to look out for in the next Olympics 4 years from now. He'll be 21 at that time. I don't know if he's done altogether because he did win a gold for the team.
He helped the team out,
but he didn't win a gold independently by himself.
Right.
So he didn't win a medal at all. He didn't medal at all.
He came in eighth place.
He came in 8th place.
Yep.
Then you have the ice skating couples competition is very competitive and it's very thorough. Like the judges, they're judging every nick and cranny on these couples figure skating. And there's like several categories they have. It's like the free skate, then there's the short skate, then there's like the couples, I can't remember what they call it, but it's like the longer version of their skating. So there's several categories you can skate in. And so listen, ice skating for me, I like to see the fact that they're able to do this stuff on ice. Like that's what fascinates me. So whether it's the men doing it, the women, the couples, whatever, it's fascinating to see how they can just jump in the air, turn, spin, lift people up. It just amazes me. But that's going on really well. Very competitive. There was a couple from the U.S. that had been together for about 15 years. They eventually got married. And here's a little bit of a conspiracy that happened in the Olympics. So this couple did their final dance on this particular category. Flawless. Flawless. And then there was a French couple that made a mistake on theirs, and they got scored higher than they did. And come to find out, the person that scored them higher was a French judge.
See.
So there's a bit of an investigation-ish going on to see why this happened, because you have a couple that was flawless and another couple that made a mistake but got scored higher by your own countrymen. That can be a big mistake right there. So needless to say, as far as I'm concerned, they didn't win gold, they got silver. And they were very upset about it. And you could see, meaning like they were like tearful upset because they knew they crushed it. And everybody knew they crushed it, that they crushed it.
Right.
And so that was a bit disappointing to see from the Olympic standpoint. And then you have my last one here before we talk about any other sports is Elena Myers-Taylor. She won gold in the monobob. If you don't know what that is, that's when people, they kind of push the board down the skating rink or skating aisle, and they jump in. It's just you in there by yourself. You're going down. It's like Jamaican bobsledding, but it's just you, one person, and you're going down, and it's fast as all get out. And this was her last Olympics she was going to be in. She had been in the Olympics for the past 20 years. Every 4 years, she had been in the 5 Olympics, so 20 years total. Had never medaled ever, and got gold on her last Olympics. She was the last one to go, and she got gold, and it was amazing to see that. She has 2 boys, both of them are deaf, and she had one of the nannies there with them, and it was like a great moment that everyone saw. The one thing I want to put that's the cherry on top of this is that when she won the gold and they went to commercial, the commercial was a commercial about her winning gold with scenes from the actual race. And I said, man, the media is on top of this one. They was on top of that like butter on a biscuit, man. I'm like, you know what? I give y'all props. Y'all was ready to go with that thing. They had it up there like, in case she win, we're going to have this thing ready when she win. So I thought that was cool too. So I'll let you guys go. What about the Olympics? Are you guys watching and seeing that's catching your eye?
I think first of all, Lindsey Vonn, kind of a sad situation for her.
Mm-hmm.
Completely fractured her tibia. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I think she went out she did the whole run, a test run first that morning, and she did completely fine. And then as she was coming down on a decline, you could see right when she was like, that was it. Like, I couldn't even watch it again, and I just felt so bad for her and just how the whole thing happened. So, wishing her a great journey of recovery.
Yeah.
Hope she can come back in the next Olympics.
Yeah.
You know, that's just something I thought I should bring up because that was painful to watch. And she was really good too to me. So, I mean, we'll see her next 4 years, right? So, great recovery to that. Back to the bobsled. Jamaica. So, men, the bobsled team, the 2-man bobsled team, Shane and Junior Harris, they placed 22nd overall. So they missed the top 20 cutoff for the final run. Not going to be too down about it, but, I'm still glad that they made it. They did show improvement in their third one, so we'll see what's next for them, what's in store for them after that. The 4-man and monobob team, they did qualify for the 4-man event and the women's monobob team. So Mika Moore, she qualified to move on to the next round. So after that, we'll see. This is like their best Olympics since 1994. So I can't even be upset with that because, I mean, they represented Jamaica well. And so we'll see what's next for them. Yeah, that's it. I've been loving seeing Snoop Dogg. I think he's he's very a good fresh person to the game. I think just him like interviewing the different players because he was actually with the Jamaica team and just seeing him interview them and then seeing like him interview Lindsey Vonn. I think it just helped people to like recognize other players and other teams that the ones we know like just for not just for US but other countries as well. So shout out to him for doing a great job throughout the season. But I think that's it for me from much I can see.
You go. Oh man, I can't hear you. I think something happened. Maybe I might be on mute.
I'm back.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been watching it all, man. It's just like the storylines, the will to win. Like these people don't quit. I've seen figure skaters fall, get right back up into the routine. I've seen skiers jump, fall, get right back up and finish, man. And it's like they finish with a smile, right? They're disappointed, but they're like they get up and they keep going again. And like that Alana Myers Taylor story, she was losing all race and won in the last 60 seconds, which her story is going to become a movie. That's got to become a movie. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Like just her last one, she's 41. And to win it at the last, like all I'm saying is, man, it's very motivational. It is. I like these people work 4 years at a time. They work hard, and some of them don't complete. Like you said, the girl who broke her tibia.
Lizzie Vonn.
Yeah, Lizzie Vonn.
Yeah, tibia.
And I'm sure she'll be back unless it's a career ender. She'll be right back with the same storyline.
Right.
She's back and she's going for the goal, right? I just like that stuff.
She got it.
Yeah. Like even like the Jamaica bobsled, like they didn't win anything, but they like it's amazing that they're even there and from where it came from into now. I think that stuff is so motivational, man. I ain't trying to sound preachy. Like when you think about quitting and you see these guys, man, and they like I saw a guy he had this girl up in the air on figure skating and he missed her hand and she fell. And they finished their routine and he put his head down immediately. And she was like, nope. Let's go off here. We're gonna smile. We're going pick your head up, brother. It was just a mistake. So I watch it and I'm like, I'm getting motivated just watching the Winter Olympics, man. So it's been awesome so far. I know a quick joke. My wife says every time we turn on the TV, it looks like it's curling on. It's always curling.
Yeah.
Every time
curling is like dominating the TV. I don't know what that's about, but
and it's like baseball. It's like 9 innings, 9 rounds.
Right.
It'd be on for like 5 hours. I'm like, why is this on so long?
It's on curling all the time. It's like a million other Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
So I don't
know. That gets me too. I have no idea. That's
every time.
Yeah.
I think I can say that this is the most interest I've been in the Winter Olympics. I don't know why, but this year I'm just like I'm actually interested in watching it because previous years like for the summer. Let me see Simone Biles do somebody else. But this year, I'm like, like curling. Let me watch that. Ice skating. I'm like, okay. Like I think it's just very interesting because I think there's a lot of new people there, not a new talent. So great to see them now and then next 4 years, next Olympics, see what they're gonna do.
So before we wrap this up, I think there are 16 sports in the Winter Olympics. So you got alpine skiing, and that's them kind of going down the hill. There's the biathlon. Now the biathlon I think is interesting. It's actually skiing and shooting. Which I think it's new. I'm not sure.
No, it's been there now.
It's been there. It's the first time I've seen it.
Okay, it's been there.
And I was like, what is this? And I'm like, that's talent right there, man. That's talent. All right. Then you got the bobsled, of course, cross-country skiing, curling, which has always been there, figure skating, freestyle skiing, which I think is pretty cool, ice hockey, luge, I think that's how you say it, luge, where you're kind of laying down on your back and you're going down. the ramp there. Nordic combined, where it's like you're going down the hill and you're kind of in the air, it's like long distance skiing. You got to land at a certain point. And then you have short track speed skating. That actually, I watched that last night for the first time. That actually can get pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like relay racing for skiing, and it gets tight. I mean, it gets real tight. Like, I think out of the 10 matches I saw, somebody fell in every match. And in one match, all 3 of them fell, and one guy stayed up, and he just kept going.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is actually pretty dangerous, man. So it's interesting, but it also can be dangerous. Skeleton, that's when you're on your stomach and you're going down the ski thing. Ski jumping, again, that's ski jumping by itself, without having the Nordic one. And then there's ski mountaineering, where I guess you're scaling the mountain on your skis. You're going upwards, not down. Snowboarding, and then speed skating. So a lot going on. Right now, there's a lot of snow, though. It's kind of putting a halt on things. Like, the snow started falling last night. And during the, what was it called? During the, what was it called? The one with the long distance jump skiing. They're supposed to go 3 rounds. They only did 2 rounds.
Oh, wow.
And they stopped it, and they said, okay, whoever advances, like, that's it. So there was no 3rd round because the snow was falling so hard it made the ramp dangerous to use. Wow. And I heard today the snow was still falling again. They had to kind of either postpone or stop things because the snow was making things too dangerous. So that's another factor you have to put in now too. I didn't know they would just stop it and not do a 3rd round. I thought, okay, we'll try tomorrow and get the 3rd round in, or we'll try later on tonight. They just stopped it all together and said, okay, we're done. These guys advance, and that's it. I'm like, man, that's kind of hurtful. Like, you don't get a chance to do your round, try and advance. So we'll see what happens. It was coming down pretty hard, though. Pretty hard. So, all right, Winter Olympics. We'll kind of cover that again another 2 weeks when we get back. I want to do one more thing for the Olympics, and then we're going to go to back to the NBA and then end on our miscellaneous. So the Olympic hockey game between U.S. and Canada, there was a fight at the Olympics between U.S. and Canada. We talked about hockey fighting in our last episode, right? Mm-hmm. So now we're in the Olympics, and the entire world is watching, and we have a fight between Canada and the U.S. And I'm going to give my own opinion. I'm going to be very nice about this. I was quite embarrassed.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I was quite embarrassed that this happened because, and listen, it could have been Russia and the Ukraine playing hockey and this happened. I would have felt bad for hockey, even though hockey, again, they allow this. But because it was the U.S. involved in this, I'm like, we're going to take this to the Olympics? I'm like, really? I'm like, come on, man. Like, is there not a standard that's held? But like, hey, we're in the Olympics, guys. Like, let's not do this in the Olympics. Now, I get that tempers run high because there are Canadian players who play in the NHL.
Right.
I get that. But it's the Olympics. We have children who are watching all across the world. Can we set a better example? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. If you guys have something you want to say, you guys can say it. But I'm going to be nice about this. But I am going to say, truly, I was embarrassed that this went on and the U.S. was involved. So.
Well, you got it.
Go.
Okay, all right. I was just going to say, here's the thing, man. I think it's nationally, it's worldwide, socially acceptable, man, for these guys to throw them up and get the punching on each other. I think they picked up where they left off, man. It's just like we left the Flyers and the Rangers to go to our country's teams and do the same thing we've been doing in the NHL, right? And there's even more players now. So it's not all NHL players. You got, maybe some like college guys.
Yeah.
That, now you got guys trying to make a mark. And what other way than a goon walking around, like, a goon sliding around.
Yeah.
trying to get his hands dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm surprised you felt embarrassed, man. I feel like that's part of it. It's like I just feel like it's part of the game, but I can understand what I kind of get where you're coming from. Like it's the American team, and here you guys go. You got to be the ones to fight, right?
Yeah.
So
not to mention that they also ejected them for fighting.
The guys? Oh, so hold on. Hold on.
So it says here, I'm looking at it, says that Tom Wilson got ejected for fighting at the Olympics.
Tom Wilson, yeah.
There's no penalty box.
I guess not.
Oh, well, it's not acceptable. Oh, hold on. Let me just okay. So
I'm gonna read the article. I got it right here. So it says, hold on. Team Canada winger Tom Wilson was ejected for fighting late in Sunday's 10-2 win over France in the men's hockey preliminary round. Wilson was assessed a automatic 5-minute major and game misconduct after dropping the gloves with France. So it's the U.S. and France. I'm sorry, U.S. and France. Okay.
It's not allowed, TK.
So it says the fight took place minutes after Crennan took a 2-minute minor after connecting for a hard hit on Team Canada star. Okay, so I'm sorry. So it was Canada. It's the France game he got penalized. I think in the Canada game he got thrown out. Wilson's automatic ejection from the game does not come with an automatic 1-game suspension, although the IIHF could still choose to impose further discipline at this time. Canada is set to advance to the knockout round after defeating the Czechs, Switzerland, and France in group play. The ejection came 1 game after Wilson made a hit that resulted in an injury for Switzerland's Kevin Fiala during Canada's preliminary round win on Friday. And it goes on to tell more stuff. So evidently, the fighting is frowned upon, and there's no penalty box, and so he got ejected. So I guess that answers our question there. Is that technically, I guess there is no fighting, and they did it anyway, and they said, well, you're gone. Now, here's the thing. He got ejected, not the other guy. But he also had an incident in a previous game and a game against France, so I guess they had enough of him. So I guess that answers a few of our questions about that. So, Well, but again, USA, Tom Wilson, and listen, I'm not ragging on him, but he got ejected for doing something that was clearly not accepted by the Olympics when it comes to hockey in the Olympics. So I stand corrected. It may be acceptable during the NHL, but the Olympics is saying, no, sir, no, thank you. You can leave. So there you have it. Reading is fundamental.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Denise.
So I work for a French-based company in the U.S., so I'm going to tread lightly because I don't know who's listening. But, I mean, fighting, okay, I don't mind seeing some fights happen in hockey, but then again, I feel like it's the Olympics. Like, you could have just kind of put that to the side. Like, as a team, like, I'm trying to win a gold medal here. Like, you could put that aside and, fight after school, fight when we get back to the States. But it did bring a little more excitement to the game. I'm gonna lie, it did bring a little more excitement to the game. But I mean, obviously, it's the Olympics. They hold it to a high standard, so you should have just let it go and just. My coach used to always tell me in field hockey, you take it out on the field. You don't put your hands on people. You take it out on the field. You play the game.
Mm.
No matter what they say to you, no matter what they do, you address it respectfully with your coaches, with anybody in leadership, but you play the game on the field, and that's what you need to worry about. So that's how he should have handled it. But, I mean, a fight's a fight. Grown men, I don't get in front of grown men fighting. So it was a nice little action.
Okay. All right. I just want to bring that up. We talked about it in our last show, and then it happens in the Olympics. But again, reading it now brings it more perspective to it. So I can dig it. I'm glad that they didn't go for it and that there was no penalty box. It was like, no, you're just going to get ejected, and that's it. So I get it. All right. Moving on. Back to the NBA. This is something that I want to play for you guys, and then we'll talk about it in a minute. I have the sound bite here that I want to play, and I'm going to let Omar and Denise hear this and their audience, and then we'll have a conversation about it real quick before we go to our miscellaneous part of the show. All right. Let's see. Do I still have it here? Let's see. Yes, I do. All right. Here we go. Make sure I got it on. Hold on. 1 second, guys.
Why I don't really talk to nobody, but I talk to Kawhi about every week. You know what I'm saying? If I was that bad, why I'm talking?
Kawhi be talking?
Why I be talking all the time? I hit T. Lou.
Oh, that's my fault. Give me 1 second, guys. This is what happens when your phone is set to go to silent at a certain time, and you lose your audio, and then you got to start over again. All right, here we go. Let's try one more game.
One more game.
Clippers. I mean, why I don't really talk to nobody, but I talk to Kawhi about every week. You know what I'm saying? If I was that bad, why I'm talking?
Kawhi be talking?
Why I be talking all the time? I hit T. Lou. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to finish my career here. L. Frank, I hit him, said the same thing. Early in the season, Lawrence Frank sent me an article about how great my leadership was. An article I had never seen. He texted it to me saying, man, this is great leadership right here. I was extremely grateful. You saw I was emotional.
Yes, absolutely.
When I went back, I knew it was going to be my last year, and I was getting to play in front of my family.
How did it get to that point where it ends so just abruptly?
I still was grasping, you know what I mean, trying to figure out how it got to that. I believe in communication. During training camp, I talked to one of my teammates for a while, and then as soon as I went in the meal room, somebody came and told me like they didn't want me giving players advice. I told them, I was like, you were my assistant coach. I know you. But it was just a lot of back and forth.
If this organization has any sort of sense, that number 3 is going to go in the rafters one day. That's a given.
He said that to me before he sent me home.
CP, we all going to retire your jersey, but your service is no longer needed.
Before I left the room, I asked him, I was like, so L. Frank, you said you was going to get me a meeting with T. Lou, right? He said, I'm sorry, I couldn't do that.
All right. So if you're wondering, that is a conversation on Carmelo Anthony's podcast, The Brooklyn, I believe it's called, and they had CP3 on, and he gave some content as to why he was sent home while with the Clippers. So after hearing that soundbite, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I just think he was. It's almost like he was blindsided, right? Like he didn't expect to go. He didn't expect to leave, right? He was told one thing, or he felt like they were kind of honest, like they like him, but you got to get. We like you, but not. We like you outside the building, not in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. He was like blindsided, but sounds like T. Lou and him just didn't quite get along. You know what I mean? And I don't think this is the first time that Chris Paul has had this kind of, I don't know if he's the most well-liked guy, even though he's my favorite point guard ever.
Yeah.
I never said that publicly, but
well,
now
you
have.
I was like, there it is. Now.
No, he's my guy. I like Chris Paul a lot. But yeah, man, he just was blindsided. That's what it sounded like, and he thought he would be there, and apparently not. You got to get your stuff and go, brother.
Yeah.
So,
Denise.
I mean, I was never really I never really followed Chris Paul like that. But I mean, to me, I always thought maybe his time is kind of done in the league.
Yeah,
his time's up. Because I feel like every time I look, he was getting traded, or he was getting hurt, or he was sitting down on the bench, and I'm like, it's time. So, I think it's time.
Okay.
He can just go. Him and LeBron, they're slowly starting to get to the retirement door.
Yeah. I'm interested in finding out what he means by giving players advice. That's the thing I'm stuck on. Because
try to be the coach.
Trying to be the coach?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you giving business advice to players or how they should kind of govern their career? Are you giving coaching advice from a coaching standpoint? Are you giving life advice for, after basketball? Like, I think we can speculate, but I'm like, what advice were you giving that the organization said, please don't give players advice? Now, again, we can speculate. O says it's coaching. Okay. That could be. But listen, what veteran doesn't coach up other players. Now, if you're giving coaching advice that is contradictory to what the coaches are saying, then okay, I get that. That also happens as well. So I don't know. Again, we have no context as to what he was saying, what was being done, but we do know that evidently there was something brewing over time. And I guess this put it over the top, and this is why they sent him home. Whatever the case may be, I do know that there were players who spoke out earlier this week about how CP3 was treated before his retirement. I think that all those points are valid. At the same time, only CP3 and the Clippers really know what really happened. And I'm pretty sure Chris Paul didn't tell every little thing that happened. He just kind of gave an overview to give us something to talk about and come to our own conclusions, but he knows what really happened, and so does the Clippers organization. So I thought I'd just play that soundbite so we kind of hear from the horse's mouth what may have happened, or a portion of what may have happened, so we don't have to speculate. We kind of have a bit more information as to what happened and why he was sent home. So outside of that, I think at this point in time, CP3 has since retired. It's a bad way to go out because you're retiring in the middle of a season. You're not getting the ceremony, and to be as great as he was, I believe he deserves that. And maybe he'll get it later on. I don't know. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. All right, last topic in our miscellaneous section. I was watching the other day, I think it was Sunday night, and there was Sunday afternoon, early Sunday evening on the Ocho, ESPN 8, and there was this sporting event called Roof Ball. Roof Ball. And so I turned it on. I'm like, what is Roof Ball? And I turned this on, and so they have this made-up side of a house. And what you do is, and this is what happens repeatedly by each player over and over again, you throw a football up on the roof to one of the highest sections of the roof. And the ball then comes back off the roof, and you catch it off the roof. And the next person goes. And the next person goes. And the next person goes. Now, the only way you kind of get disqualified is if you happen to throw the football over the roof. Then that doesn't count. And so I watched this for about 5 minutes, and I was like, okay, I've had enough. I think I've seen what this is. There's nothing else left to this. I'm like, why is this being broadcast on national TV on the Ocho? But again, the Ocho, this is what they do. They broadcast sports that no one thinks about, has heard about, cares about. And we'll talk about some of these later on because there's a soccer tournament they have. I think it's called the Octagon. Mm-hmm. And there's 3 nets and there's 3 teams. And they're playing this Octagon. It's actually a really cool sport. So if you get a chance to watch that. But we'll talk about that too as well, and some other stuff they have out there that's on the Ocho that's just like out there. But Roof Ball got me. I was like, I can't really say much more about it because then it may sound a little off. So I won't. You have to just go watch it for yourself and see what Roof Ball is about. You probably won't watch it very long because, listen, I'm not one to necessarily watch baseball or golf unless I'm there live. But sitting and watching it on TV, it doesn't move fast enough for me. That's what Roof Ball is. You'll be there for 5 minutes and you'll be like, yeah, I'm done. And you might be like, this is actually kind of blah. Why is this on? So I thought I'd bring that up. I'm not promoting it. All I'm saying is that they got a sport up there called Roof Ball, and that's all they do. I don't know how people win and get trophies, but it's out there. And so kudos to them for getting ESPN to put Roof Ball on TV. That's all I can say. Anything else before we go?
No.
So this Roof Ball, it's just your way of saying when you used to get yelled at, your parents used to say, don't throw anything on the roof before it gets stuck. Now these kids have a way of using this as an excuse. Oh, mom, I'm trying to practice for roof ball now. That's what it seems like to me.
And mind
I
you,
don't
these
think
are
we have
adults.
much as a
These are grown men
Right.
who are playing roof ball.
See,
That's
they're
hilarious.
living through the expectations of as kids what they used to get in trouble for. So now let's bring it out as a sport. we don't have enough time on our hands as a country.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. We ended with that. Sorry to interrupt our great conversation with roof ball, but that's what we're ending with. So anyway, Toddcast Sports is every Monday or Tuesday, 9 p.m. live, and then you can catch all of our replays on our channel, Toddcast Sports. You can also get in contact with us via email, toddcastsports@gmail.com. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us, your family members, your coworkers, everybody. We talk about sports from the fans' perspective. So catch us every 2 weeks on Monday or Tuesday, 9 p.m., talking sports from the fans' perspective. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your week. And we will catch you guys in 2 weeks on here on the Toddcast Sports channel here on YouTube. Talk to y'all later. Have a good one.